Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Kiev Major. It is round 3 to determine who moves on and who goes right into the playoffs with a loss here. It is going to be SG Esports versus Faceless in a best-of-3 series. And again, loser of this series will be one of the lowest seeds in the entire tournament. We'll see what they can get done. SG versus Faceless getting into the draft now. A little bit of information before we keep on going here. Looks like PGL and the Kiev Major crew are running a very tight ship. HFN is apparently, quote-unquote, very sick, according to Cat right now. And they're playing with them still. They're going and they're doing it. So, Trent, they're just going to have to figure it out, my friend. I don't know what they're going to do here, but we'll see how things go between SG and Faces as we get into the draft.
I mean, you're in Kiev. I'm sure they don't really have a lot of options going on right now in terms of, like, subs or anything. So, this is...
5 seconds remaining.
Lena.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Crystal Maiden.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Up against CNC, I believe it is. Ho!
Dire team ban.
That's the question. Okay.
Radiant team ban.
Or whatever, but he's just playing non-stop Arc Warden, it seems, lately.
I do want to point out, by the way, SG Esports, the game they won against OG, OG had picked up Arc Warden for Ana and played it mid. So they are no strangers to playing against Arc Warden and winning against some of the best competition in the world. Now, they did have King RD's Clockwork, which, of course, is banned out. I was talking with some non-Dota fans. They were joking about how, like, Clockwork is so good. They, like, never seen a Dota game in their life. And they watched the one because I was casting it that one game. And they saw Clockwork and King RD doing some serious work. And like, oh, my God, it's so good. He's got to be top tier. It's banned every game. I'm like, well, okay. But King RD played that well that I think it deserves a top-tier ban from Faceless. Absolutely.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Dire team pick.
That's a pretty telling tale, but I like these bans from SG Esports taking out the Nature's Prophet. It's an excellent partner with the Arc Warden in terms of like global presence, split push, as well as something they've been running for Faceless. And then the TA, maybe thinking about a Legion Commander perhaps for themselves is the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't been touched in the first round, but these are some really good heroes to get. Although, you really think Arc Warden would have gotten banned or anything like that? That's the question that I have. Like, Arc Warden probably would have gotten through third for Faces if they wanted it. So that's the one concern I have, but they can set the rest of their draft up in a little bit here, and we'll see. Also, Lena CM, the sisters for SG Esports. Jerax, by the way, had an amazing Monkey King in the games they played up against SG yesterday, but Faces will take that out. So one of the first games that we'll see with SG that we've casted that there's no Monkey King.
Yeah, that is a good point, though, about the Arc Warden.
Yeah.
Not exactly, like, maybe they feel like it can do decent against the Lena mid, perhaps? I don't know. We'll have to see if they end up throwing it there, if it'll just be the safe lane Arc Warden. We often talk about how Lena doesn't seem to have any counter in the mid lane, or no one that should really beat her, at least not in a true 1v1. So I don't know if these guys know something about Arc Warden that other people don't, because he's a relatively new hero. I mean, obviously most teams not very experienced with the guy.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the Reddit thread, by the way, that like mid Arc Warden spammer who was complaining about all the
Radiant
bugs?
team pick.
I'm like, well, all right, well, then never
There
mind.
you
I won't
go.
reference it. You need to go look for it, I suppose. It's kind of fun. He made like this Microsoft Paint image and was just complaining about all the bugs of Arc Warden. Yeah, it was pretty funny, right? And then in the thread, people were just like destroying him. He's like, "Why are you using tab?
10
Or what are you
seconds
doing? Like,
remaining.
what are you, or you're using control? I don't understand." So he had
5
some valid
seconds
points, but
remaining.
also I think he played it in a bit of a different way. Anyways, enough about that. There's the Night Stalker pickup for SG Esports, which is a hero
Dire
that
team
we don't
pick.
get to see too often. I'm very excited for. I know you personally, Trent, love
Best
this
hero, Dota 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. These are my two favorite heroes, man. Crystal Maiden and Night Stalker. We just need a Wind Ranger on this lineup, and I got my trio here. But
That's never gonna happen.
no,
Radiant
no,
team
Night Stalker fantastic. I think up against the idea of the split push of the Arc Warden, very important to have. Gives you that vision, advantage in ganking him and whatnot. And then Witch Doctor is one of the most common counters up against Night Stalker back in his heyday, as he would try and dive into these towers right at that like
10
first
seconds
nighttime,
remaining.
very early levels, and the cast can do so much work against like any sort of a duo diving
5
you. So
seconds remaining.
if he makes a rotation down to Enigma's lane and they start coming into you, not gonna be able to help too much though, thanks to those Eidolons. So that's kind of a nice little pick in a sense here from SG Esports, as well as someone who can head. Like, let's say this game goes a little bit later, Enigma obviously gets extremely farmed compared to most 3 roles.
And Tavo played Enigma yesterday, and again in that game that they won against OG. So very good pick for them. The Night Stalker
Dire
now
team
probably going to be more in a
back.
support position as the Enigma goes offlane. The Lena going to be going mid with CM in that 5 position role. And then DK coming up for Faceless. And we also saw this yesterday for OG. I believe it was OG, and they did very well with it.
Well, I can tell you, back in all the games for
10
Faces, I know they
seconds
loved the
remaining.
Crystal Main, so they certainly know quite a bit about the power of this hero. And with the Lena,
5
like,
seconds remaining.
it's going to be nonstop Dragon Slaves coming out from SG Esports, so they needed someone who could have some chance of
Reserve
surviving.
time.
And even with the Dragon Blood and the Living Armor, I could see some issues for this poor little DK. It is not going to be fun. But at least that means that if they want to kill him mid, they'll probably need just a single Crystal Nova will probably kill him. So if they're pressuring the mid lane, perhaps the Arc Warden will get a little bit more free space down that bottom lane, and we're just left with trying to figure out what the Ice hero will be here. They banned the Nyx, good counter against the
Radiant
Lena,
team
as well as the CM. Carapace can just stop Freezing Field if you still get it saved at this point. We just got to think about perhaps that Timber as being another worrisome dude.
Yeah, that Timber, of course, Ice, one of his go-tos.
Not
Wouldn't be
really a
surprised
good
if we saw
mag
that, but-
game. Oh, it's banned anyway.
10 seconds remaining.
First ban from SG.
Yeah, deservedly so.
There's still a
5
lot of
seconds
offlane heroes
remaining.
actually available, like Axe. We talked about Legion. It's still ready to go. I don't know if Ice
Reserve
wants to play
time.
Legion, though, is the
Man.
question.
If they could at least see the SG Esports hero, that would help a lot too. Like the Faceless Void that we've seen a couple times, even them playing it for Ice would be a pretty good game. They have like the Witch Doctor is one of the best supports when it comes to Faceless Void. Dragon Knight's okay when he's in his range form. Arc Warden, of course, has decent range too, and he gets that talent right where he gets the bonus attack range.
Well,
too.
actually, it's the cooldown reduction along with the bonus attack range, and we saw last time Anna went for the bonus. Or the cooldown reduction instead. I personally think you get a ton of range value. Like, it's really good, especially if you have a Hurricane Pike. But I could see why the cooldown reduction, because also you mentioned, too, the Midas yesterday.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, I mean, there's a possibility there. We'll see, what he decides to go for talent-wise if he gets to that point, which he really should. Safely an Arc Warden.
Radiant team pick.
Wraith King. Yep.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean,
5
again,
seconds
Legion's just one of
remaining.
those heroes. We saw it with Skylark, but it's Bristleback instead.
Wow.
Another tanky hero that's a little bit tough to bring down later on into the game, but early on, still very gankable with Frostbite, with all this stuff. Now, does this signify this is more like an aggro dual lane from Faceless, or is this going to be a solo Bristleback? Or are they just going to do like an aggro tri lane or something crazy?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
You don't really want to be cowering in fear from this bristle and stream protector, but that might be where we end up.
Safe lane. Actually, they've done Void a lot. Again, remember HFN did the Void the other day? I don't know if they want to do that this game. I'm not sure that's the best idea, but that is pretty survivable with Simlock. You could also do Safe Lane Legion. I don't think that's the best idea, although press the attack's really good. These are just random options I'm throwing out. I'm not even sure if they're even really considering them. There's plenty of good heroes. Jug with Healing Ward, with Spin. Although there's a lot of physical damage from Faceless. I don't know, man. Tiny. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but very good for killing heroes. And another one of your favorite heroes, Trent. If I remember correctly.
That is true. I do play pretty mean Tiny.
Tiny. Now, Trent, let me ask you. If you had to pick my favorite heroes besides Viper, what would it be?
Oh, God. I don't know. Why don't I know your heroes? Do you hide them all?
That's exactly right. That's exactly the point I'm trying to make. I don't hide them. You just don't listen to me. That's what it is. No, in all seriousness.
You're not. What's a mod hero?
Look through my Dota buff. Shield.
No, I'm not. That's cheating.
Yeah, I guess that is. Honestly, any hero is a mod hero, to be fair.
I don't even know. Venge? You like Venge?
That is true. Oh, there you go. See?
It's not bad.
All right. You've passed the test, my friend.
Thanks.
But now the question is, will SG or Faceless pass
10
theirs?
seconds
Again,
remaining.
SG Esports, they are dealing with an illness on HFN. An undisclosed illness. We don't know if it's a fever. We don't know if he's, having some stomach issues. I don't want to, say anything that'll upset you guys.
Like a sports team doctor or something. It is a lower body injury. You don't know if that means the guy lost his leg and it's amputated, or if his toenail fell off.
His leg is gone. I think you need to call it a little bit more specifically than a lower leg injury. Come on, man.
Can't have the the team stock plummet like that. That's kind of how she goes.
He's out with an undisclosed injury. What does that even mean? We just have a lack of information. If we were at the major in Kiev, perhaps we would understand. But
well, I wouldn't get too close to him. Just that sick. You gotta stay away. Send someone to send in slacks. Can I get a on-siter? But
I mean, we're the only people that really have contact with him. I don't think anybody else can. If we want to get this happening, Trent, we've got to be the ones that get and say, "Hey, slacks, get over there."
Get over there. But all right, let me take a look at this Tony here, because I love this hero, but there's a pretty good reason we don't see him these days. Raindrops, exceptionally good against this hero. Yeah, your life is awful. You hate it. This hero, look at this lineup. I would hate to be Tiny this game. Arc Warden, yes, maybe I can find him and blow him up, but Arc Warden's hard enough to find already. Even with Night Stalker Vision and the blink of a Tiny, you're gonna have a difficult time tracking Black down when it comes to that mid game and the later stages here. And who else are you gonna blink kill? Treant is difficult to deal with. He's pretty beefy. You basically have Witch Doctor. And Tiny's a one and done. He's a lot like Sven, where you just blink in and you get the stun and this lift, and that's kind of your biggest contribution in the team fight. Maybe you'll get a secondary toss off on the chase where you can throw this Enigma or this Night Stalker to fire after someone, and that's cool, but I'm not feeling super confident. When I'm Tiny, I want all these squishy heroes in the enemy team. I want to see people that, no matter who I spot at the start of the fight, I want a 70% chance that I can one-shot them. So I want 3 or 4 heroes that I'm just going to explode on the enemy team, and I see one. So,
I mean, the only reason I could see him being picked maybe is for pushing, but again, that doesn't really happen in the early stages of the game. He's going to get bashed up right now. Maybe it's because HFN's really sick. I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions. I already did, I guess, but what are you going to do? We'll see how this goes. And yep, this is the aggressive duel that you were talking about. The good old Bristleback and Treant Protector, this top lane. And we'll see how much farm they can get here and how much they can shut down this Tiny. Already forced to use a Tango, and again, they do lose that bounty rune. So Faces will pick up 3, Ice gets 1, Black gets 1, and Jabs gets 1. Good start for them.
Yeah, and now they're bringing up King RD, so this is, it's not bad for Night Stalker, at least at the beginning, but he wants to be focused on getting some levels going. Do they have detection? They have 1 sentry, so they'll place it down now, and they did not bring one for the Radiant.
Yeah, well, there is that at least. Frostbite going again. KRD, he does have Void, and a lot of damage being done already to XY. There's going to be the Avalanche coming out, and one more auto attack, though. Get first blood. Ice though stacking up the quill sprays. Cat getting turned on. Another frostbite coming in. Do they have the void? Not enough mana for it. Ice getting low. The fairy fires up. Can he get 2 kills? He'll just take the 1 for now. HFN, he's got avalanche in 1. He's so low. Can he survive? He finally gets it off in time. He has to mango for 2, and then the salve comes out. HFN helps secure that 2nd kill. Man, though, they have to put so much effort into regen and everything after getting it done. Wow.
At least they got the kill, though. Like, that could have been disastrous for SG Esports if they were able to escape and get the shrine going for those 2 heroes. But bringing them down is a very big victory for the safe lane. Like, that helps your Night Stalker. He's at 1.5 now. One of the more important level-dependent position fours.
Yeah.
So all this effort, it's worth it. Now, at the bottom lane, everything that he needs. Enigma, this kind of standard start up in the top jungle, so something to be a little bit worried about.
That is scary, the Arc Warden getting free farm. It wasn't necessarily the case last time for Anna. I mean, he actually had a really rough early game. This time the Arc Warden's getting an early Midas, absolutely. They're trying to harass Ice, but even with level 1 quill sprays, I mean,
look at this, though.
A lot of damage.
Yeah,
and like, HFN's almost dead.
This is a lane that gets much more difficult for the Dire the more levels come out. Because Bristleback, of course, once he starts getting the passive going, which he didn't even have previously, because he obviously had the quills, so it really starts reducing the damage and stacking up the damage he's dealing to you.
I don't
the
know
fact they're like drawing over the CM too, right? So she hasn't been able to just go in the jungle and get her too. So she's just gonna get it now, and that's meant that DK's had an easier time mid too.
Avalanche comes out, they do have the void, ISS coming in, there's the cast, they've rotated up the Witch Doctor now, here comes the Voodoo Restoration as well, HFN trying to run away. Kieran D getting turned on, Cat's low, but he actually makes it behind the tower, and they won't get anybody here with this rotation, but it's a lot of damage being done, and then they even force HFN to TP back. He just has to spend 50 gold just to get to his tower alone, and he's still going to get full sprayed up if he's not careful.
Oh, the CM's running home. Needs to dip in the jungle. Like, just... I guess she probably thinks all the camps are cleared, but there's still some mud golems here. It'd be so helpful to have 2 right now. Just like, while you're at least running home, at least you're doing something. Like, this Lina is... she's bottling, she's been using clarities to keep up, so she will be out of resources soon, though. And that's meant Jabs. I mean, he's above the Lina in terms of last hits. And, I mean, again, that will get worse and worse as Lina gets levels, but for now, things look pretty good for Faceless.
HFN is mega dead. I don't know. He was kind of out on his own there, and they just blow him up. So, yeah, Faceless having a pretty good start. Not quite looking like game 1 against OG here for SG. It's still very early on again, but that aggro tri-lane top is becoming difficult. Although Tabo is now bottom, they'll start trying to shut down potentially this Arc Warden.
Yeah, he can get a lot of farm down here and at least apply a little bit of pressure. So he's now focusing on the camp. He can get a pull off, and actually he'll just kill it. I mean, that also makes sense. So.
All right. Also remember, 40R was one of the primary reasons why they did so well in that first game. His puck play was absolutely immaculate. 40R is one of the most individually skilled players in all of South America. And obviously, Brazil, their hopes pinned on SG Sports here. Not a tough match, or not an easy match, I should say, against Faceless right now. They're rotating everybody down. They're going to try to go for a kill here. They're jumping with the frostbite. They use the toss already. The avalanche should go as well. Is it going to be enough? The Malphite still ticking. Black about to fall. XY still coming in. He's got the dash ready. They're going to get the cask off, and HFN might fall for this. Pretty tanky, though. They need one more auto attack, and wow, that range for XY is just enough. Now Cat and Tavo both have to leave. XY still chasing. He's got the living armor and leech sheet back up in both two.
So close to the guys. Oh, but he went to the right
now
click
Jabs
first.
has a haste rune, Dragon Tail not up, but he did the breathe fire, and that will be enough to get the kill. So it turns into a 2-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, King RD's top lane. HFN rotates back up there as well, so...
Jeez, I legit thought that Radiant Courier was an IO. I just got so confused. I was like, why is this IO following this DK? What is happening?
Why is it so shiny?
That is impressive.
That's insane.
Dude, this is Hack's 6th hero here on the Radiant side.
All right, Ice top lane, running low on mana. Living armor will come out. The avalanche is there. That'll stop the armor. The toss is up too, and that gets the kill. Okay, so SG kind of rotating around, finding kills where maybe they shouldn't, and getting HFN some farm, even with just these kills not getting much CS.
Yeah, and King RD, 4.25 at 5 minutes on Night Stalker. Pretty damn good. And rotate over, get a bounty rune, so very, very nice start for him.
Yeah, he's going to have a nice start. Man, Jabs is getting low. 40R is like, if you're here earlier, I would have dove for that. There is a shrine, though, and they're going to use it, I think. Yeah, Jabs will be back at full HP. Okay, so the Lina has now eclipsed the DK by about 200 net worth. Of course, Tavo is the top farmer, which makes sense. He's getting absolute free farm. Black is up there, too, of course. He only died once, and he will continue to get really good farm. He's going to be adding into that Midas. Maybe they can shut him down. We'll see what SG want to do in response to this Arc Warden.
Yeah, they do have to worry about that. Portier, as well as the...
Stun on Japs. Do they have Laguna? They do. Void coming out now. Japs getting auto attack down. The living armor is there. Dragon Tail's up, and I think they have to stop for this. Now King RD's going to maybe get bashed up, but XY didn't have the Nature's Guy, so... Good living armor, and the Japs having the Dragon Tail means that there's no gank successful for 40R.
And ganks are, like, key to SG's victory.
Oh, Cat, my friend, what are you doing? I guess he was dead either way, probably, but the Flux was there. Maybe not. I don't know. That TP was interesting. He TP'd like, I don't know if you saw, but he TP'd like right here.
No, I did not.
The cast just came from right here. I was like, huh. It's an interesting place to TP. I didn't really see the beginning of it though, so I can't really what's happened.
In this game, though, like whenever you're playing this Tiny, you basically want to get your Blink Dagger, and you just want to accelerate yourself with kills. You go for this like Echo Saber build, or maybe you just go Blink Shadow Blade. Then you consider what your options are in terms of the Agnum Scepter. This game probably going to end up needing it because of the Arc Warden and just the general like map control and split push and pressure. But the other thing is Lina is also a very kill-dependent core. So they have their 1 and 2 extremely kill-dependent heroes. No mana left on 40R for the Laguna to maybe consider it, but he still had quite a bit of HP left with the tree around. It was nearing the limit there, but not quite. Anyway, kills again, very crucial. Radiant side, Bristleback farms pretty fast without kills. Arc Warden does as well, and then DK just needs towers. So I feel more confident in the Radiant draft simply because there's not this like crazy pressure on them to kill a bunch of heroes over the next 10 minutes.
Gonna get dope. Silence will come out. They should have the Frostbite. Now Alphys is on top as well. Black Hole is gonna be under 2. Cast bouncing does not bounce back into Tabo. Can they get Ice? Or yes, they get Nuts, excuse me, as well. Sorry, but yeah, Tabo will get those 2 kills. Wow, that's damn. What a freaking black hole! And I can't believe that cast didn't bounce. It sucks. KRD about to get bashed by XY.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh man, it's gonna be
Bro.
so much damage.
Yeah.
He's holding. Damn, the patience from XY.
Leech Seed, Stick, Dust, Void, and the Crippling Fear. Malphus comes out as well. They've got the Frostbite. The cast will come through. XY about to fall. Living Armor will come out, but he still is going to go down to Cat. Crystal Nova is there. He's going to have to leave as well. And Tabo
7 armor.
Man, they are taking some damage, but they'll still be okay. Spark Wraith, the Flux is there, and now Cat probably should fall. Yeah, there's just nothing he can do. Double Spark Wraith damage. Cast coming out. They're so low. They get these kills. Another Spark Wraith. They've already used the Shrine. They're trying to turn it around, but Cat will fall. Brutal Restoration up. The Eidolon's doing some work on the Nuts, however. Tempest Double has been cleared out. Now Nuts, as well as Black, having to back away. 40R is going to find a haste in the meantime. Will he go back mid? They need to deal with the Elder Dragon form, perhaps. But a good couple of kills there for SG Esports, man.
Yeah, very nicely done. Good use of the first black hole to get 2 kills. I mean, typically you only ever get 1 that early on in the game, but finds the perfect moment for it.
Man, Japs did not find any damage in this tower right now with that Elder Dragon form.
That was a nice job from 40R. So much mana too with the CM aura, and as well as like his bottle, Soul Ring. It's ready
Flux
to go.
coming out, Spark Wraith is there. Tabo into a couple of stick charges, but it looks like he will fall as the Flux continues to do some work. The last hit, or excuse me, coming out from Nuts is one more auto attack does the job. So good stuff there. SG Sports not having the detection they need, even rotating King RD down. They will spot out XY potentially. They drop the sentry for themselves. Nature's Guys comes out. They can't quite deal with the sentries yet. King RD running away. Spark Wraith doesn't quite hit, and they'll deward the sentry that was placed by XY.
And HFN's having a very rough time though. Like, he camping this lane against this Bristle, so Ice is just getting this tower for free. He's like trying to jungle, but he has no mana and no HP, and Shrine's not back for 15 more seconds.
Surprisingly enough, though, he's only down 200 net worth behind the Bristle. Malphus is going to come out. Eidolon's doing some work. Meanwhile, Cat gets the kill bottom onto Black. XY coming in. RD dusts up. Void, they get the kill before it can come in with the bash. Now Jab rotates in. LSA not quite there. They didn't have the Void ready either. Frostbite is a little too late from Cat. A couple of auto attacks, but they should get out just fine. And pretty good kills coming in from SG. Breathe Fire, and they're going to find Ice, or excuse me, Nuts. God, why does he have that in his name?
Hello, it gets everyone.
Dude. Jesus.
What a jerk.
That's all right. He'll fall.
And they do rotate the Enigma up top too, so that does drive back Ice, and he didn't get too much damage on the tower. And this will allow Tiny to come back. But yeah, they're kind of playing like, it's almost like Enigma becomes this big core. He's almost the one, really, because Tiny's going to be more of the utility and stuff. HFN also not combining his boots. Is he just like saving for the Midas, I guess? That must be his play here. Oh, your mic just went wild.
Oh no. Wait, hold on.
Yep, all good. Saved. good. Yeah, you're right. He did because we were talking about how the comparison between how S4 always does the Midas.
Fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There are so many heroes here, they scan them. Dude, this Vanguard, though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ah, well, it's ice this time. Yeah, that was good. That's funny. But yeah, so nice when you're a Night Stalker and you can get a little bit of gold like that as he does get the kill and it's daytime. So 5 more seconds, it's going to be night. And what does he have to roll here? Almost earned. He has his phase boots. He has some dust. And it looks like his 12-minute extension of the night should be pretty good. So this would be a very happy Night Stalker.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, but at least I guess HFN, he does get into his Midas, so he'll probably be going for an Aghanim Scepter build without the Echo Saber this game, just because you don't want to stack too much attack speed, and Echo Saber doesn't really make too much sense, so probably be like Midas and Blink AC Aghanims kind of strat. You go like Ags, and then you get the Hyperstone, and yeah, you farm extremely quickly. So it'll be okay. He'll be good for that mid game, but 4DR still only found 1 kill for himself at 13 minutes. Would probably like to rotate here with a Black Hole, perhaps. Try and make use of this nighttime. Again, they just want to be non-stop aggression right now. And placing a sentry down here, you can see from King IRD, just make sure there's no wards here, and that probably means they're going to smoke here.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, you're hot.
Yeah, that was nicely played by the Dire. Just by not going for that smoke, they kind of felt that that pressure was going to be there and DK wasn't going to leave. So rather than trying it aggressive, they just kind of waited for that moment and baited him out with the Lina. So nicely done there. And now they can turn that into a push of their own. As you said, has to be one fell swoop, but it's nighttime. They have good control over the area. HFN is here. Should be secured. Oh, nice deep ward here, too. Radiant might know that there's probably something going on in one of these areas because the way CM just walked out, though. Always got to watch those support movements. Probably center here, I would guess. Covers there and there. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it.
Elemental gold.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Ooh, scary.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
40R is farming extremely well, though. Mostly, again, because of this Crystal Maiden aura and then the Bloodstone coming on so early. Like, typically, Lina can't keep up with a lot of these position 1 heroes, but it does help that she has almost infinite mana right now, it seems.
I'll take that. This sustains.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, it's good. They can all rotate back up top, too, before anything goes down. They all have TPs down here. So a couple can go Shrine, a couple can go Tower. They could close in. Let's see this pressure going. Let's see if they want to try and fight this DK. I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to keep up, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No scan available for the Dire. There is Sentry on Cat, so he can probably drop us down to watch for the tree. Oh, he won't catch him, though. Yeah, that is one thing. They are definitely lacking catch on the Radiant Traps. Can't deny that. Extremely powerful in terms of sustain and 5-man Dota pushing and forcing a team to deal with you. But when it comes to the actual catching of heroes, you know, there's nothing even close to like a Clockwork or something here on this draft. The best thing they have is like Treant running Invis and hoping to just walk up on people and stun. Dire, kind of similar, but the Blinking Tiny's pretty good catch. The Night Stalker's going to be providing that vision soon enough. And he's also looking towards a Midas. So, ladies and gentlemen, settle on in. This will not be a quick eggs into a faster-paced game. This is going to be a slow burner. But HFN, he did pick up his point booster first. It's kind of that standard stuff when you know you're going to have to fight a couple times. And then he'll grab his blink up here now. Oh, he's going straight eggs. I guess he is the Midas, so interesting. Not going to be looking for the fights then. Yeah, he's going to farm so fast. This is smart though because it's it'll be daytime soon too, so it'll be like you can, you know, you don't really want to be searching for fights and stuff. So during that whole daytime, he can just be farming passively with the Sagnums and just buy up the blink after. Yeah, that's going to take away a little bit of your net time advantage. I guess he'll be back online at the same time anyway, but they are pressuring into this tower. And SGFN, he's thinking about the Shadow Blade next, which is another common tiny item. Problems with that is against 5-man Dota, they're almost always going to have detection down. So like the blink initiation is a lot more reliable, but the the passive attack speed of Shadow Blade can help you quite a bit, especially when he's going to be going to almost certainly that AC afterwards.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Solves it a lot.
Quiet's magic. dies killing.
Yeah, it's he's kind of similar in the vein of like just more of a deal with me kind of hero right now with the Blink Dagger. Yeah. Held in place a couple times there during that Midnight Pulse. One of the better skills in the game against Bristleback. Just burning right through with that pure damage, the damage per second, so. Okay. Not too shabby. HFN, the more I think about this build, the more I like it. Like, the one fight down bottom, you saw what he did in that engagement. He literally walked up and he comboed Witch Doctor, and that was all he could do. He's like, well, that is the extent of my hero right now. And so if you buy a Blink Dagger and you don't invest more into this attack speed and getting some actual physical damage or some farm speed, then that's still all you're going to be able to do in this game. Like, maybe he'll catch the Arc Warden and he can follow up, or maybe he can get one of those cool tosses like he just did the DK when they were trying to siege high ground, but the vast majority of his game is going to be more gimmicky than actually like the scary right clicker. So by investing in the Agnums and then straight into the Shadow Blade, he's going to get into that state much quicker. So Shadow Blade just about finished up here, and maybe they can go for like a smoke play and a reveal on that, because he hasn't shown any of the components yet. All right, HFN's just, he's just fucking with us. he just bought a Hyperstone. He's going straight for the AC. This guy does not give a hoot about his cute items.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. They know there's no black hole, so what's, and they know there's no blink. So the threat's pretty low here, despite it being nighttime.
Sustains, gold remains.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That is pretty rough, though. Oh, it's rough that you're buying a Midas at 24 minutes. That's not good on Enigma. That's like my plan failed. Like, we didn't get the game plan we thought we were gonna get. So calling an audible. Oh no, he's great.
Balance the scale. Invisibility.
This'll come in handy.
That was pretty slick. So he picks up the Invis rune and they scanned to find him. And they just dust him. So nicely done by Faceless. Yep. Yeah, it's true. Both heroes very nice this game. Bristleback, of course, probably the biggest hero that you want to buy this against the entire game. He does have his pipe, his Vanguard, his Solar Crest. He's gone for that full-out build. Been enjoying watching Bristlebacks lately. Kind of fun to see the hero come back. Don't always need the IO with him either. This off-lane role, I've seen a couple people playing it. Most notably for me, it's just those move hubs. Like he's just been spamming this guy, and he is exceptionally difficult to handle. Like, they committed this like solo black hole was the only way they killed him last time, and top lane, you have the Tempest double securing the tower. It's pretty funny. Some living armor helping. And look at each event. Look how low he is.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is falling.
No, they don't see him. Oh, nice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Half a dragon, all aflame.
Your hope fades.
Damn, that is actually crazy. They held it so long on that save on the Tiny. The gold exchange, man. Black ends up with 1,100 gold, 2,700 experience, though. That's kind of crazy that it's only a 30 gold, like, victory for the Dire there in a 5v3 swap.
Just what the doctor ordered.
So strong.
Money to burn.
Can't really disagree with that either, honestly. Pretty good against Tiny. Getting rid of that old craggy exterior. Gonna be a real bastard for you, that's for sure. Oh, this thing is so strong. Yeah. They can't even fight it, like... Oh, man. Gotta get someone to deal with this dude, but... Solar Crest... Wait, what?
I'll take that.
Oh, did he not have the Solar Crest? Okay, just picked up, I guess. For some reason I thought he did. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. He was building into it, okay. And then he died, so... Alrighty. So we have this late Midas skin here for Tavo, and he'll now have to consider building himself up into the Greaves as well as that Blink Dagger. The Blink Dagger timing kind of depends on just how fast Faces can get moving, and oh, actually he's going to go straight for the Greaves recipe now, so kind of counting on the fact that they'll have another fight like that last one where he didn't need the Blink Dagger, they just kind of walked in, he was able to punish that Bristleback. For now, until he has Blink, Black Hole's basically just on Bristle, because that guy's guaranteed to be in your face. You know you can hit it on him. But that just means he needs to be very cautious about Cask, as well as even just like the Dragon Tail stun to make sure Jabs is pushed back, which is going to be very difficult now that he's this 10-second BKB, and then the XY entangle. So I would be a little concerned for this next fight if I was the Dire side, but if they can pull off another defense like that, the game just starts looking at least a little bit better for them. The Tiny went that big scaling build. The Enigma, as we talked about a couple times, does get very scary in the late game, and 40R building it towards MKB is going to do a hell of a lot of damage and not care about that damn bubble anymore. Yeah, that's a whole other story, honestly. You almost hope you never like end up sieging base. Just lose the game. It's too infuriating to try and hit through that damn magnetic shield. Yeah, you just 5-man wipe them 8 times at a base until they GG's, so you don't have to deal with that magnetic field. Dude, did you see XY? He just camps here. He's just waiting and waiting and waiting. They have 3 heroes. He's just like begging them, black hole me. Just do it. Just do it. And he was just holding it. And it was not even half a second. melee for sure. That's really the only one that matters. Yeah, Jabs is like hoping for a chase. He'll just blink back in and Armlet go for it, so. Dyer actually just scanned here, thinking that Treant might have been around or something, but it was a little weird. But yeah, they back away, and we just wait on the next Roche, which will be up in 1 minute and 43 seconds.
I'll dig that. It's up.
Goodbye, DD. Sadly. Now it's an illusion. Yeah. Just like breaking this tiny. It's like, leave me alone, dude. It's crazy to think this is like the nerfed hero, you know? The Tempest double just used to see it so much more. Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Money to burn. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it looks pretty ownage. Oh, that's pretty nice too. HFN for him, he has finished up his AC, as well as his, well, nothing else yet. He's just kind of thinking about it. 2,400 gold. Anything on the crate for him? Nope, not quite. So, what does he need this game? Yeah, it's like, it's good against the cask and some of this Arc Warden shenanigans, but yeah. I don't know, it's hard to tell. That's a problem with Tiny. You need so much, and like every time I feel like you really feel that pain of sacrificing for something that's not damage on this hero a lot of the time, or not attack speed, because you just feel like you can never get enough of it. BKBs probably will end up being the item, but even that feels so lackluster. Like, you're already this like one and done kind of a hero, and if he just like jumps into BKBs, he'll just get kited around. It feels like he's just gonna get entangled or something. Yeah, they can just poke and prod away with black and the sages.
Dire's middle barracks.
Oh my god. And Jab's at a bottled regen run too. He's played so well in these two fights. Like both times he gets so low and he just gets himself out of the engagement. And they've used so many resources. And this means Tiny needs to buy back. He just buys a blink. He's only getting it forward. There's no butterfly coming or something like that. It might have been good this game. Just forced into this item to try and do something about this last set of melee racks.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Very well played. Faceless, I guess, maybe people expected them to take the victory over SG.